everybody, today we're doing notes and rests because that's all you have. You either got you're playing things or you're not playing things, and the not playing things is just as important as the playing things. So you need to know when you're reading your sheet music, where am I supposed to play and where am I supposed to put the pauses. So those two things are called notes and rests. Let's jump right in. First thing is the whole note. So the whole note is that thing right there. It looks on your music like that note right there. So whenever you see that, you're supposed to hold that out for 4 entire counts. So that note right there is a G. You'd hold it out 1, 2, 3, 4. It would take up the whole entire measure. It'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this down here is a rest. Notice in the bass clef I wasn't playing anything. I wasn't noodling around down there because I had a rest, which is also worth 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are happening at the same time. That treble clef and that bass clef going along at the same time. They're not lined up because this note right here, or this rest, I'm sorry, is centered in the whole entire thing since it's taking up the whole entire thing. This happens right here at the beginning of the measure, so they put that over there. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm resting in the left hand. Over here, that's a rest. It would get 1, 2, 3, 4, while this one over here would get 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a whole note and a whole rest. So this whole entire thing all together, I'm resting in the left hand in the bass clef. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, so easy. Next, though, we have half notes and half rests. The half rest looks a lot like the whole rest. That right there is a half rest. This one up here is a whole rest. The difference is this whole rest is going to happen underneath a line. So that part right there is connected to the bottom of a line. This one over here is connected to the top of a line, like that right there. The way that I was told to memorize it was that the whole rest is big, it's worth 4, the half rest is only worth 2. So since the big whole rest is so big, it sags down below the line, and the half rest is so light, it's so small, that it floats up above the line. Anyway, if that helps you, then there you go, use that. The stems on the half notes can either go down or they can go up, either way. So here's some examples of that. They're worth 2, like I said. So down here in the left hand, we still have whole rests. And over here, we've got that one, which is worth 2 beats. So we would count 1, 2 for that one, just like this. 1, 2, left hand again, still resting. Over here, that's worth 2 beats, so it's going to get the remaining 2 beats. The remaining 2 beats in the measure are 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that whole set right there. The rest over here looks like this. This rest, you can see that's floating there on top of that line. So that would get 1, 2. This note over here would get 3, 4. Still resting in the left hand. So all of that together would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Next measure, 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So that's how those half notes work and those half rests. Next, we've got quarter notes and quarter rests. They're each worth just 1 beat. So the difference is now these are all filled in. When you see that all filled in, whether the stem goes down or the stem goes up, those are each worth 1. And the quarter rests look crazy right here. Those are worth 1 beat. And so the way we would count this first one is that one's worth 1 right there. Let's go ahead and zoom in. So this first one right here is worth 1. And then this note right here is also worth 1 beat. So it would get the next 1 beat. The name of that beat is 2. So that's getting 1 beat, that's getting 1 beat. This is also getting 1 beat, it would get 3, and then this one right here is getting 1 beat, it would be 4. So altogether, this measure sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, resting both on 3 and 4 because they're each of those quarter rests is worth 1 beat. So now, mixing up some of this stuff here, this next one, we've got this one right here, which is worth 1. This one right here is also worth 1 beat, so we would give it beat 2. This one right here is worth 2 beats, so we would give it both 3 and 4. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4. Last but not least, we have this measure right here. This one gets 1, and then this one right here gets 2, 3, and then this one's going to get 4 because it's just worth 1 beat. This was worth 2 beats, and this is worth 1. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how that goes down. Then go ahead and try this one here on your own. Give you a couple seconds to figure that one out, or pause the video if you're still working on it, because I'm about to give you the answers now. This one right here is worth 2 beats. That would be 1 and 2. This is worth 1, so we would count 3. This one is worth 1 beat, so we would count 4. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now all of these, of course, get played just right next to each other, no breaks in between these measures. So if we played all of those together at once, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, at that speed, it's relatively easy. Once you start playing at, much faster speeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then things start to get a little bit crazy. And then after that, which we're not doing in this lesson, we've got 8th notes, 16th notes, 32nd notes, and that stuff all makes all of that all the crazier. But if we're just starting out here, quarter notes, half notes, whole notes, that's going to get you through the majority of songs, and with maybe just dipping into a little bit of 8th notes and stuff. So what I would do is take out some staff paper, write out these things, make sure they always equal 4 beats in each measure, and then just practice your rhythms, because you got notes and stuff you're supposed to worry about, A flats and B flats and D sharps and all that junk. But honestly, if you don't have the rhythms together, none of those notes matter, because if you play the right notes at the wrong time, it just sounds wrong. If I play this song for you right here, right? That probably doesn't sound like a song at all, right? If I play the exact same notes, in fact, I'll play all of the wrong notes, but with the right rhythms. Check this out. And then that probably sounds more like the song that I'm actually trying to play, even though I played like no right notes at all, right? That was just a whole bunch of wrong notes, but all with the right rhythm. It still kind of sounded like happy birthday to you. So the right rhythm is extremely important. I'd say maybe even before you worry about memorizing all your lines and spaces and all that stuff, I'd just start practicing reading through a bunch of rhythms, writing out as many different types of patterns as you can. So there you go. That's notes on the staff with the rhythms. Good luck. Have fun.